Out of all the characters of the Straw Hats, I don't think I ever expected Brook to be the first person to go up against a Yonko. I mean, isn't Brook the first one? I mean, think about this, okay? Luffy, yes, he has met other Yonkos. I mean, he's been with Shanks, he's fought Blackbeard, but he was actually a warlord at the time. And Whitebeard, you know, they were just exchanging, you know, words. And they just had a little bit of a competition between each other. So when you think about it, this is the first time a Straw Hat member has went up against a Yonko. Like I said, Blackbeard, he was a warlord at the time. He wasn't titled as a Yonko, so we can't count that. So, when you think about it, is this about to happen? Is Brook about to be the first Straw Hat to go up against a Yonko? That's great. That's fucking awesome. That is really awesome, because Brook, when you think about his ability has so much mystery to it with how it's going to work against Big Mom, which makes this fight, this upcoming match between Big Mom and Brook, so entertaining, because Brook's ability, he can remove his soul from his body, and he's dead. His body is dead. Like, you cannot remove life or time from an already dead man. You just can't. He's nothing but skin, like bones. I was gonna say skin and bones, but he's nothing but bones, and you can't, extract any life from this man. So if Big Mom tried to remove, like, 50 years of his life, that's not going to change shit at all, because he's already dead, and he can leave his body with his soul and just move around. So even if Big Mom was somehow to grab his soul would still have, its own personality. He would be able to do whatever he wants. For instance, if Big Mom was to grab his soul and put him inside of something, maybe his soul could leave that and go back into his body, because that's Brook's Devil Fruit ability. And I mean, there's a lot of mysteries around, Brook's Devil Fruit abilities. There's not a whole lot. I mean, there's a lot of mysteries around it. I mean, how the soul concept works in One Piece. And I mean, when you think about Brook and Big Mom, it leaves a lot of questions, because Big Mom has shown that she has a very OP Devil Fruit ability. I mean, depending on who you're fighting, I mean, Big Mom's Devil Fruit ability, holy hell, it's scary. I mean, she's able to rip out your life, like, take 50 years off of you, maybe even more, and just kill your ass. She can yank your soul out, she can put it in something else, make her own armies, just make a lot. I mean, you just gotta imagine how much of a massive army Big Mom can make, and then also using these different souls and putting them inside clouds and stuff, and different weather effects to cause all sorts of havoc. Big Mom is very powerful. Her Devil Fruit is not something that is weak. You shouldn't be able to call it weak. And Brook's ability, in the normal sense, it's something that doesn't seem to be overall powerful, but thanks to, what his ability is about, his own soul, it seems to be a good counter to Big Mom. The main question is that if Big Mom has the ability to manipulate souls, if she grabs Brook's soul, what exactly will happen to Brook? Will he lose control of himself, or will he be able to resist Big Mom because of his Devil Fruit ability? That's the big question I have right now about this upcoming match. But if you really look at this, though, Brook might be the only character right now that is a perfect counter to Big Mom, depending on where it goes, and Smoothie. Now, that is another thing I need to talk about. So, Smoothie, we all thought that Smoothie and Brook are going to be having their little fight, because, I mean, with Smoothie's introduction of how she's able to literally drain the liquids out of people to where you're nothing, you're just skin and bones, and she just drops you like that, it seemed perfect that Brook would go up against her, because, I mean, you wouldn't be able to fight her. I mean, like, if you had a regular body, she would just grab you, extract everything out of you, you're dead as hell. But if you're Brook, you're fine. You'll be completely fine, because you don't have to worry about anything being extracted out of you. You won't be turned into a Smoothie, because you are bone. So Brook is also a very good counter to Smoothie, which that is something that threw me for a loop. Smoothie was not a fight. That's not going to happen from what we can see right now. Big Mom joins the fray. She's going straight in. She's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Who's causing all this havoc? Oh, you're an interesting creature. And we know how Big Mom is. She's a collector. So, judging by the way this is going to go, she's going to try to capture Brook and put him inside of a book. And depending on if Brook gets, put into the book or not, will probably determine if he can get out of this fight. Because right now, there's a lot of mysteries around Big Mom's Devil Fruit ability and also Brook's when it comes to going at each other. And so, we don't know who's going to come on top. We don't know if Big Mom's ability is going to be able to overpower Brook's, or if Brook is going to be a perfect counter to her, and she can't do nothing at all. Because we did see how Brook was able to remove the souls from all of Big Mom's soldiers, and if he could do something like that, then he might be able to just, completely combat Big Mom's ability and be completely fine. He would be able to say, yoo-hoo! You know how his laugh is. I can't do it. I wish I could. I wish I had that man's majestic laugh. But, I mean, he'll probably do his laugh, and he will straight up just, counter Big Mom, and Big Mom would have to rely on her brute strength. Now, this is something we need to factor in, okay? We don't know all of Big Mom's fighting capabilities. We know about her Devil Fruit ability, but even then, we don't know a whole lot about that. And we're not even getting into the awakened Devil Fruit. We're not even getting into that yet. And then, on top of that, we're not getting into hockey. We're not even getting into her physical strength. I mean, we know Big Mom, she's powerful. We've seen some little, panels of her making a big stir. She was causing a rampage, destroying a lot of things, killing people. Big Mom is someone that does have a temper. And she is someone that will break a lot of things if you get in her path. So we don't know her full capability. So even if Brook could counter Big Mom, even if he could counter her Devil Fruit ability, it does not throw off the table what else Big Mom could do. For instance, awakened Devil Fruit ability, also hockey, and also, just physical strength in general. There's a lot of things that we don't really know. So, there's a lot of variables into this upcoming fight, and I'm just very curious to see how Brook is going to go up against her. So, besides that, let's talk about the entire situation with Pedro. So, Pedro, 50 years of his life removed. He's about to die. He doesn't expect to come back from this island. That's sad, because I was really liking Pedro. I was really liking Pedro as a character, and that's sad. I mean, hopefully before this arc ends, he gets his life back. I really do. But I mean, judging by how Big Mom's personality is, I don't think that's going to happen. The only way, there's two ways I can see this happening. Either one, Big Mom is somehow going to become an ally, and she's going to help Luffy take down the other emperors or something, like take down Kaido or something, or Luffy's going to beat Big Mom to submission, or maybe Brook. Hey, that'd be fucking epic if Brook was able to defeat her. Brook beats her or something, and I mean, she decides to give the souls back or something. I mean, that's a potential possibility, but if Pedro doesn't get fixed before this arc is over, he's going to die. He's already gotten, 50 years of his life removed and yanked out of him, and, his eyes all fucked up, and he has a connection to Tamago. So, as we know, this fight that's going on right now with Pedro and Tamago, that's been building up for a while. We've seen how they kind of view each other. We've seen how, Tamago's always showed to be a very powerful person. Really, really powerful. And so, with the way this, chapter was done, it was setting up this upcoming fight. These two people coming together, having a fight. They're connected. They're really connected from 5 years ago. And now, Pedro, he's putting his life on the line to be able to just do whatever he can to help out the Straw Hat crew. And that's just kind of crazy. I mean, from what we found out 5 years ago, Pedro was someone that really cared about his life. He wanted to get out, but now that he's back, it's like he's throwing away his last remaining bits of life just to be able to help out someone. So, it's just kind of cool. This man's got a lot of characterization and development in this chapter, and I can't wait to see where Oda kind of takes his character. Now, there's not much more to go on with that, so moving on to the next topic, let's talk about what's going on with Brule and also Chopper and Carrot. Brule's entire squad gets fucked up. Like, they all get knocked out thanks to what Carrot and Chopper does in this chapter, which, go Chopper. Go Chopper. That makes me just so happy, because this wasn't just a good chapter for Brook, just going up against Big Mom and kicking a lot of ass, just getting the key and all that, but Chopper taking down Brule and also helping out Carrot, just some of these things that I've been seeing in this arc really makes me happy. Oda's been doing such a fantastic job with this arc, especially with all these little, setups here and there with the characters, and I mean also the stuff with Sanji too. It's just a really good arc. I'm really enjoying this arc, and seeing Chopper being able to use Monster Point, he breaks out and he just, beats everybody up and he just knocks them out. Brule's unconscious, everybody else is, unconscious. And then, Carrot is completely fine as well. And Carrot even shows how powerful she is. It was a very good moment of this chapter, because what I was getting upset about is that I saw many already writing Carrot off, saying she was useless. I saw it in the comments, I saw it on social media, Twitter and stuff. I saw many making fun of Carrot, saying, oh, she's useless, she's not, important at all, because she's getting her ass beat and all that, and she's just a hostage right now, a damsel in distress. And that's not what happened. She straight up tricked Brule, and then beat the hell out of them and got away, and showed her strength, her speed, and all that. So Carrot not useless. She's not useless at all. Now, if there's one thing I kind of have a little bit of a problem with, which was a mistake thanks to Brulee's ability, was that she made 2 carrots, which that is the weird thing about this. It is more of a comedy type side to the chapter, which I have seen Oda do once before. He's done little things like this here and there throughout, you know, One Piece, but I mean, some might not like that scene of the chapter, especially when the carrot that was, you know, being lowered into the pot, that was just a copy that was actually a frog, and Brule made, but somehow she forgot, and you had to where Carrot was right above, and she was just making sound effects, making it look like it was her. So, obviously, Brule most likely thought it was Carrot, because she heard the sounds, she's like, oh, that's definitely her, not the, you know, the frog I turned. So, I mean, it's understandable in a way how she, you know, mistook the frog for Carrot because of, you know, Carrot making the, you know, the sound effects. But, I mean, overall, though, it felt like that scene might not sit right with a lot of people just because of the way that was done in this chapter. Now, besides that, overall, the actual mirror world is still active. Even though Brule is unconscious, Carrot and, you know, Chopper now, they can wander around and do whatever they want, and they can mess with anything they want in the mirror world and tell everything to the Straw Hats. So, Brule being unconscious doesn't turn off the Devil Fruit ability, which this is not the first time we have seen this happen with a Devil Fruit ability. Someone going unconscious and the Devil Fruit ability not working. This isn't the first time we have, you know, seen this. We've seen it multiple times in the past, and so this is something that's been established already, but it's just pretty cool. So Chopper and, you know, Carrot, they can go around finding out information on the island without really being discovered because, you know, everybody else is unconscious. So, moving into the next segment, this one's a pretty big one. It's all about Sanji's sister to what's going on with Pudding and Sanji. So, this is kind of the main point of discussion I want to get into right now. So, Sanji's sister is hurt at the end of the chapter. Now, we don't know what happened. It's not explained what happened, but there's a couple of conclusions I can come to. 2. Actually, 3. I can come to 3. Number 1. Pudding did that to Sanji's sister, because we do know Pudding said something to, you know, Luffy and Nami in last week's chapter, and it was something very bad, judging by the way Luffy reacted, how Nami did too. It was something very bad. So, Pudding not being in this chapter could be saying that Pudding was the one doing whatever happened to Sanji's sister. That's a potential possibility. Number 2, Capone. Capone is the wild card of this arc. Capone is someone that's been in the background. He's wanting to do something. We know for a fact. He's been built up for a bit, and we do know he wants to start some shit with Big Mom. We don't know exactly, but he's going to start something. And I mean, what better way to start something than to start a dispute between, you know, Sanji's family, the Vinsmoke family, and Big Mom's crew. Just starting some issues right then and there, making these two families go at each other, that's gonna be fucking crazy as hell. So, maybe Capone is trying to start something between these two, you know, big families for, you know, he can do whatever he wants to do, you know, initiate his goal. That's what may have happened to Sanji's sister, why she's hurt. Now, number 3, another possibility, if it was Pudding, I could see maybe Sanji's sister wanting to help out Sanji in whatever way, and so she's assisting Pudding in helping, you know, Sanji get out of this, you know, predicament in the first place. Because we do know that she has helped out Sanji in the past when he was a little kid, and she might try to do it once again, because she does have a heart. So that might be what's going on too. Maybe she's helping Pudding out, and she's putting on appearance to make it to look like something else is going on, and to call off the wedding in whatever way is possible. So something like that could be happening. Now, overall, though, I do say that I think most likely has something to do with Pudding, because Pudding not being in this chapter, and then, you know, the Vinsmoke family saying that she's a hostage and all that, all this build-up for Pudding, it's definitely something very strange. But maybe Oda is throwing us for a loop, and he's just throwing us a bone, making us think it is Pudding, but it actually could be Capone, or someone else entirely. We'll see what's going on, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Y'all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.